Halt your current activities immediately. I insist. Set aside all distractions. Mute your device. Eliminate surrounding disturbances because the information I'm about to share over the next 30 minutes will transform your existence permanently. And if you continue browsing in the upcoming 30 seconds, you'll overlook the sacred assistance crafted exclusively for you. Not intended for others, not your acquaintance, specifically for you. This isn't happenstance. This isn't arbitrary. From the vast number of individuals viewing content at this precise time, only a select few were destined to encounter this communication, and you are among them. Your protector spirit deviated from standard procedure 44 minutes earlier to ensure this clip showed up on your display. They activated their single-use crisis permission since your advancement couldn't be postponed another day. Hear me out attentively. From 8 billion inhabitants on Earth, merely 7 will access this wavelength today. 2 have already bypassed it, assuming it was ordinary content. You represent number 6. 1 additional individual follows you. That's the total, 7 selected globally for this unique broadcast. Your presence here isn't fortune. It's a heavenly arrangement. Enter 777 into the comments section immediately before proceeding further. Don't ponder it. Don't delay. Act now. This isn't simply posting a remark. It's your ethereal endorsement. It's your pact with the divine. It's your initiation key. The heavens are observing this exact instant. Celestial beings await your reply. Input 777. I notice you there absorbing this. I understand the burdens you've endured. I'm aware of the persistent discomfort in your form that refuses to subside. The prognosis that filled you with terror. The therapies that failed. The medications arranged on your surface. The consultations yielding no solutions. The restless evenings when your physique throbs so intensely you can't locate comfort. I'm familiar with that. You've wept privately, correct? You awaken at 3 a.m. with pressure squeezing your thorax. You grin publicly, yet your emotions shatter secretly. You've remained alert during darkness, pondering if the divine still listens, questioning why recovery hasn't arrived, speculating if perhaps this is your ongoing reality. The divine has monitored you more intimately than you realize. Your protector has tallied each droplet. Present tally, 43,217 droplets since this ordeal commenced. That's not arbitrary data. That's the precise record in celestial logs. Every droplet gathered. None overlooked. I observed you 3 evenings prior at 2:47 a.m. positioned in your washroom, gazing at your reflection, assessing your features, perceiving the fatigue, sensing the load. Your celestial guardians witnessed that as well. They've been submitting accounts of your loyalty for 255 consecutive days. That's the duration of your conflict in this struggle, 255 days of persistence when all within urged surrender. But here's the unknown detail. Yesterday evening at precisely 11:47 p.m. Eastern, a judgment descended from the Supreme Celestial Tribunal. Your situation was argued before the seat of power. The guardians displayed each hardship, each supplication, each instance you opted for belief despite your form's protests. And the decision returned, sufficient. The ruling, prompt advancement. The implementation, immediate. The entities tasked against your wellness, your physique, your tranquility, they've just been issued cessation directives. Their authorized claim to torment you lapsed at midnight. 12 dark forces were designated to your matter 3 years back because the underworld recognizes your potential. They view your celestial dossier and fear the outcome if you fully awaken to your authentic identity. You're not commonplace. You never have been. The underworld deployed its elite forces to halt you since you possess something they can't permit to unleash. Your recovery isn't solely about personal relief. Your recovery endangers their domain entirely. When you emerge complete, robust, and empowered, whole fortresses crumble. You rise fatigued not from poor rest, but because nightly your essence engages in conflicts across realms you can't perceive. Your visions resemble unrecallable skirmishes because you've been contending with higher powers in ethereal domains while your form recuperates. This explains waking more drained than retiring. At this moment, as you absorb these lines, you may sense prickling in your palms. That's not blood flow issues. That's molecular awakening. Your thorax might warm. That's not unease. That's a sacred essence infusing your core. Pressure could build between your brows on your temple. That's your ethereal sight commencing to unveil. Note your current sensations because the divine reacts to your engagement here. Press the like button immediately. This concerns not algorithms. This is your secondary ethereal endorsement. You entered 777 in remarks. That was initial activation. Pressing like is secondary. These aren't platform behaviors. These are ethereal pacts you're forging with the divine. Act now before advancing. Let me disclose what transpired 72 hours prior. Not 70 or 75, precisely 72 hours back, a celestial assembly convened regarding you. Your identity was raised. The guardians argued your case. They exhibited your steadfastness amid prolonged suffering. They demonstrated your continued supplications despite apparent postponements. They highlighted your praise amid sorrow. And an edict was issued. The edict declares, each unit in your form will harmonize with sacred wellness. Each structure will operate as initially intended. Each mechanism, neural, defensive, circulatory, digestive, all will recalibrate to the divine's primal plan for your form. Discomfort will relinquish its hold. Frailty will yield to vigor. Fatigue will cede to vitality. This isn't figurative speech. This is concrete proclamation over your material form presently. As you engage these terms, restorative wavelengths transmit via this communication straight into your units. Experts might deem this unfeasible, but the divine transcends scientific boundaries. Distribute this communication now with one individual, just one particular person the divine just evoked in your thoughts. Don't overanalyze. The initial name that emerged, forward this clip to them immediately. That individual requires this as urgently as you did. When distributing, you're not merely sharing media. You're channeling recovery for another. Distribute now. Your form has endured assault, but that assault just halted. You've combated unseen conflicts. The fatigue isn't indolence. It's proof of combat. The unrelenting discomfort isn't your vulnerability. It's infernal designation. But that designation just annulled. I'm aware of the injuries no physician detects. The concealed marks from harmful words. The remnants from undeserved disloyalties. The dismissal that prompted self-doubt. The isolation that weighs during stillness. You beam for society. But I witness the droplets that descend when illumination fades. You've observed others attain their advancements while you linger in celestial antechamber. You've pondered if the divine misplaced your location. You've doubted if perhaps your imperfections preclude favor. Allow me to dismantle that falsehood immediately. Your postponements weren't rejections. Your anticipation wasn't futile. Each instant of loyalty during delay constructed something in ethereal domains now poised to materialize. The divine has assembled your advancement covertly. What appears as postponement to you has been sacred preparation. You required fortification first before the divine could entrust what's approaching. If the favor arrived pre-character development, it would ruin you. But now you're prepared. Now the schedule is ideal. Now the dispatch occurs. Join this channel and activate alerts immediately. This is your tertiary activation stage. Remark 777, that was primary. Press like, that was secondary. Join and alert, that's tertiary. 3 activation stages form an ethereal triangle securing divine reply. Act now. Let me address the persistent invoices. The obligation that never diminishes. The economic strain that rouses you nocturnally, wondering survival through another period. The divine perceives that too. Your protector has logged each occasion you donated despite pain. Each instance you contributed despite scarcity. Each time you assisted another amid your hardship. Monetary guardians just obtained deployment to your site. Not metaphorical guardians, genuine guardians specializing in supply and ethereal provision. Within the forthcoming 21 days, you'll witness funds emerge from illogical origins. Unanticipated payments, overlooked reimbursements, abrupt incentives, presents from individuals absent for years. This isn't conjecture. This is visionary statement over your resources presently. The numeral 444 will gain importance in your existence. Monitor it. You'll encounter $444 someplace in the next 72 hours. Upon sighting, that's divine validation that all I'm conveying is initiating. You might spot it on a bill, a tag, a timer, a casual marker. When spotting 444, vocalize, I accept this, as that's your validation key. Let me narrate about Sarah from Dallas. She received a verdict doctors labeled untreatable. Advised to brace for worsening. She encountered this precise message type. She entered 777. She pressed like. She joined. She distributed to 3. 14 days later, not 15, but exactly 14, she returned for checkup. Physicians couldn't locate the ailment anymore. Records display prior images. Fresh images exhibit total reversal. Physicians lack explanation. Sarah bears witness now. Michael from Phoenix endured chronic discomfort for 8 years. 8 complete years of torment. Medications failed. Therapy failed. Hope vanished. He fulfilled all 4 requests I'm making. Entered 777, pressed like, joined, distributed to 1. Within 72 hours, the torment plaguing him for 8 years vanished entirely. He shared his account 2 weeks prior. You can locate it in prior video remarks. Jennifer from Atlanta confronted economic ruin. $47,000 burden overwhelming her. No escape visible. She interacted with a similar message. She planted a $50 seed via super thanks despite the strain. 11 days later, her distant uncle, unspoken for 6 years, contacted spontaneously, stating the divine instructed him to clear her obligation. He transferred $50,000, not $47,000, but $50,000. She settled every demand with $3,000 surplus. These aren't fabricated tales. These are genuine individuals who executed the identical steps you're executing now. But you must fulfill all phases. The divine replies to deeds, not mere plans. You can't merely contemplate entering 777. You must actually enter it. You can't just mull joining. You must click it. If the Spirit guides you, if something stirs internally, plant a seed via super thanks. Not as duty, not as exchange, but as belief seed. Those planting $50 to $100 last week already report unforeseen credits in accounts. One planted $75 and obtained $7,500 from a source deemed impossible. I'm not soliciting donations to me. I'm extending an invitation to collaborate in divine work through this service. Each dollar planted here advances this communication to individuals one clip from advancement. You're not merely backing media. You're funding prodigies in others' existences. The female with the blood affliction expended all on physicians for 12 years. Nothing altered. Nothing aided. But one instant in Jesus' vicinity shifted all. She pushed through masses. She contacted his garment's edge and power instantly streamed into her form. That identical power healing her 2,000 years back is accessible now in this instant. Your belief draws on the divine presently. Each engagement with this communication, each entry of 777, each like press, each join, each share, each seed planted, you're extending and contacting his garment's edge via deeds. And power streams. Cancer units perish now in someone's form absorbing this. Growths contract. Blood tension normalizes. Diabetes inverts. Chronic discomfort releases. Melancholy elevates. Unease shatters. I'm not wishing this occurs. I'm proclaiming it occurs. As you interact with this term, you've combated this conflict so long you've forgotten normalcy. You've borne discomfort for numerous years. You've structured existence around it. You've handled indications so long you've ceased believing in remedy. But I'm here to announce management phase concludes. Advancement phase arrives. Abruptly becomes your actuality. The foe desired you to accept this as eternal state. The underworld designated essences of ailment, essences of melancholy, essences of penuria, essences of separation to maintain you trapped in conflict. But those designations just revoked. The dark forces assigned to you past 3 years just recalled. Fresh guardians just designated. Combatant guardians, recovery guardians, supply guardians, they're assuming positions around you now. Permit me to address your form directly now. Each unit, heed this edict. You'll harmonize with sacred wellness. Each structure, you'll operate per divine's primal design. Each mechanism in this form, you'll function in flawless sync. Discomfort, you lack legal claim here anymore. Relinquish hold now. Ailment, your designation terminates. Depart this form now. Frailty, your era ends. Vigor rises now. I edict over your intellect now. Tranquility surpassing comprehension will shield your thoughts. Unease depart now. Melancholy shatter now. Perplexity clear now. Father, infuse your discernment, your lucidity, your tranquility surpassing understanding. Shield their intellect with your essence. Permit them rest in tranquility. Permit them rise in vigor. Permit them proceed in assurance. I proclaim provision over their resources now. Abastecimiento arrives. Obligation shatters. Scarcity ends. Opulentia flows. Chances unlock. Grace amplifies. Celestial windows open over your earnings. Funds will pursue you. You'll possess resources for each necessity and surplus for each planting. I edict restoration over your connections now. Reconciliation arrives. Recovery flows. Barriers shatter. Emotions soften. Wandering offspring return. Fractured unions restore. Alienated kin reach out. The divine converts foes into partners and outsiders into sacred links. Remark, I accept this now. Enter those 3 terms in remarks. I accept this. Those 3 terms are your belief proclamation. When entering those terms, you're concurring with all I've edicted over your existence. Enter now. I accept this. You've dwelled in wilderness, but you're entering your pledged territory. You've been in depression, but you're ascending to peak. You've been in tempest, but sunlight is breaking. You've been in combat, but triumph is proclaiming. You've been in antechamber, but your identity is calling. The next 21 days will differ from any prior 21 days. Note this date now. Today is initial day. Count ahead 21 days on your schedule. Highlight that date. By that date, you'll possess concrete proof that all spoken over you manifests. You'll witness it. You'll sense it. You'll recognize it. The divine moves. Permit me to supplicate over you now. Shut your vision if possible. Place palm on thorax. Accept this supplication as ethereal exchange occurring now between divine and your essence. Father, I intercede for each individual absorbing this now. I proclaim recovery over their form. I order each unit to harmonize with sacred wellness. I order discomfort to relinquish hold. I order ailment to flee. I order vigor to return. By Jesus' wounds, they recover. By Jesus' blood, they integrate. By Jesus' revival power, existence streams into their form now. I proclaim tranquility over their intellect. Unease depart now. Melancholy shatter now. Perplexity clear now. Father, infuse your discernment, your lucidity, your tranquility surpassing understanding. Shield their intellect with your essence. Permit them rest in tranquility. Permit them rise in vigor. Permit them proceed in assurance. I proclaim provision over their finances. Unlock celestial windows. Dispatch unforeseen income. Annul debt. Generate opportunities. Dispatch grace. Send sacred connections. Permit money flow from sources unconsidered. Permit opulentia pursue them until donating becomes their utmost delight. I proclaim restoration over their relationships. Soften rigid emotions. Heal ancient injuries. Bring reconciliation where separation exists. Return wanderers. Fortify struggling unions. Bless their offspring. Safeguard their kin. Encircle them with individuals who evoke their fate and bolster their belief. Father, I thank you that advancement isn't arriving. It's present. Prodigies aren't tomorrow. They're now. Recovery isn't someday. It's today. We accept it by belief. We proclaim it verbally. We proceed in it by deed. Permit each individual absorbing this experience an abrupt transformation in the next 72 hours that validates all spoken here in Jesus' name. Amen. Open your vision. That supplication just entered the ether over your existence. Guardians just obtained their designations. Dark forces just obtained expulsion notices. Celestial resources just allocated to your circumstance. Now you must proceed in it. You must believe it. You must behave as if accomplished. Don't revert to prior thinking. Don't permit fear dissuade you from what belief activated. Don't let doubt pilfer what proclamation released. Stand resolute. Maintain position. Continue voicing life. Continue proclaiming triumph. Continue acting in belief. The advancement is moving. May your form respond to divine wavelength instead of earthly verdict. May each unit in your form harmonize with sacred wellness until ailment becomes alien tongue your form no longer utters. May your vigor multiply and energy restore until you feel as years prior before discomfort initiated. May recovery regenerate you until physicians inquire what transpired and you testify divine power. May your intellect experience tranquility until unease becomes remote recollection. May lucidity replace perplexity until you recognize exactly what to execute in every scenario. May delight return until your grin is authentic again. May expectation rise until your belief surpasses your fear. May your finances overflow until donating becomes your utmost delight. May opulentia pursue you until you devise creative methods to distribute it. May chances knock so often you select which entrance is open. May money flow from unforeseen sources until your bank shows figures making you verify twice for reality. May relationships restore until your account becomes others' expectation. May those who departed return altered. May fresh connections arrive bearing absent pieces to your enigma. May your circle become so favored that proximity to you brings advancement to others merely by association. May your vocation clarify until confusion becomes alien. May your talents create space for you in locales you thought sealed. May your purpose proclaim so loudly that doubt lacks room to murmur. May your consecration become so evident that entrances open before you rap. May your offspring walk in grace you battled for. May your descendants inherit advancements you paid with droplets. May favors compound across lineages until your great descendants dwell in overflow of seeds you plant now. Press the like button once more if not done. Remark 777 if not done. Join and activate bell if not done. Distribute this with the one individual the divine evoked in your thoughts. And if led, plant your seed of $50, $75, or $100 via super thanks, not as compulsion, but as involvement in divine doing. Your advancement initiates in 5, heaven dispatches guardians designated to your matter. 4. Dark forces retreat from positions around your existence. 3. Your fate unlocks now. 2. Your prodigy manifests in ethereal realm. 1. Activated. It's accomplished. The gateway seals. The pact signs. The favor releases. Your advancement isn't arriving. It's present. Your prodigy isn't tomorrow. It's now. Your recovery isn't someday. It's today. Welcome to your fresh chronology. Welcome to your advancement era. Welcome to all transforming. The finest awaits. Observe what transpires in next 72 hours. Observe what transpires in next 21 days. Your existence will never repeat. You are recovered. You are integrated. You are favored. You are graced. You are selected. It's concluded.